Okay, we're in my plant room. This is kind of a video. Just a short one in response to a comment I got, which we love when Taz goes on tangents from comments, right? It's very mature. I know, it's very mature. What can I say? But I had a comment saying a couple, there were two of them. I think even three. I don't remember. But it annoyed me enough to where I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video about it because I haven't videoed anything else because I've been tired and it's winter and I just don't want to right now. I know I'm horrible. But I was like, I'm going to address this in case anybody else is thinking this, okay? The comment basically said, the way she is doing it is going to kill her plants. The way I repot these when they came to me, put them in pawn. The accusation was that it's incorrect and all of those plants are going to die. So I don't know if you remember the video where I unboxed this along with two Oreo, 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 Bambinos, but this was part of it. And the accusation was that they're probably dead now. Well, they're not. Okay. This is the one. It had a really pretty pink leaf. I killed that because I underwatered it. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. But look, this is the brand new leaf, okay? I know, why do I listen to anybody that's rude online? It baffles me, right? What's the point? I'm trying to get it to focus, but my camera never focuses for me, so we're still working on learning that. This is the second to oldest leaf. So not the best variegation, okay? Not the best variegation. It did have good variegation. We all saw that, but I think because of the winter care, it's just kind of backed off a little bit, and which makes me sad, but it happens, I suppose. And then we have, look at that. Oh my God, it's positively dying. Oh my gosh, it's so unhappy. It's dying for sure. It's dying. 100% it's dying. What did I do? I'm so sorry. It was obviously incorrect in how I reacclimated you into my plant environment. Excuse me. It's like very finicky on how we... But I know I'm moving away from that one. I should put this down so I'm not shaking it everywhere. But I just want you guys to see. So the roots in this area, let me put this down and show you because this is bugging me now. This camera is bugging me. But the roots look brown here. It's actually just the staining from the rock, okay? But we have corms literally all throughout. You can see the healthy roots there. Very healthy. It got repot like a couple months ago, so that's why some roots are kind of just everywhere. But you can see it's got corms everywhere, so that's probably why too contributes to the leaf color, I would assume as well. I'm not sure if that makes a difference, but there are just corms everywhere, and once they're big enough, they're going to be on our Instagram sale. But you can see these roots are stained from the pond in there. They're actually fine. It's the dirt from flushing them. I did a good bush doctor flush, the sledgehammer. Bush doctor? One of them. I think it's correct. But he is happy for the most part. So I don't see anything wrong with this one. Look at those beautiful corms. If it will focus for you. I want you to see. We keep the corms on our plant until literally the last. I'm trying really hard, you guys. Just bear with me. This camera's really the F word. I just have so many bad words about this camera with some of this stuff. But so we also get the accusation of, well, you pluck your corms off too early just to make money. I know I'm being kind of a horrible human being by talking like that today, but I hate when people do that. I really do. I really dislike when people come at you with just accusations that are so unrealistic and so wrong. So you can see I've kept this guy on here for quite a while. It was just on my Instagram sale. And I've left it on here. It could probably get plucked and put in my my corms, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to wait until this black, and my mom likes to share this. I have a video I can show you. I'll put on this as well.
Okay, so this is an example of a very healthy corm still growing actively in the plant. Can you see that that stem is not black? It hasn't dried out and it hasn't died off. And these corms will still continue to grow bigger. So I will leave these corms on here. And in a couple of weeks, I'll show you what they look like. But as you can see, that is not black like the previous one. So this one we can leave on and I won't bump them off.
But these black connections, I call them their little umbilical cords. They will drop the corm when the corm is no longer going to be growing anymore. And sometimes our plants drop them when they're small, and we don't understand why, but sometimes they do drop them a little bit before they're supposed to be. And that's when we'll have the smaller corms that I grow. And we'll list some of those that we think are viable and easy to grow for you guys to get at a lower price. Or I will grow them myself and then sell the pups. But we definitely don't go and just pluck small corms so we can make money. Because trust me, you've seen my mom's collection. She definitely doesn't need to do that. And neither do I. Like we do this for fun. We do this for the satisfaction of bringing people, you know, plants that they otherwise, I'm going to hide my room for you, otherwise can't get themselves because of the costs of them, right? It's expensive. And we like to get them, and we like to spread the love, the plant love. So yeah, we're definitely not doing it as a, oops, shit. Sorry, I swore so clearly right in the mic. But we definitely, look how sad this guy looks. Winter was hard for a lot of these poor babies. But yeah, that accusation bothers me so much because it's so far from the truth that it grinds. I hate that saying too, but it makes me so angry. It makes me so mad and disappointed, honestly, that people even have thoughts that are like that because it's so unfound. It's so incorrect. So let's take a look at the next baby that was in this accusation station. I don't want to drop my camera. So we have here the first Aurea Bambino here. So you can see he's very much alive. Very much alive. I'm going to take him out of his pot and tip him just a little bit. Look at that. Look at those new leaves. Ooh, he is obviously dying. I mean, clearly he's not happy. Here's some roots. Clearly, definitely not producing good roots. He's for sure very sad, very unhappy. And I just repotted actually. So he's ringing around the Rosie down there. So unhappy. God, look at that. He's just very unhappy, isn't he? Definitely not thriving with me. Definitely. I sound like my son. My son does that. Trying to get to focus view. Yeah, so he's obviously not happy. As you can see. That's sarcasm for anyone that's wondering. But there's the new leaf. I don't see variegation yet, but it's had like 50. I hate the freaking focus. There. So I'll try and find like pictures of the very first like when I got at the leaves, because a lot of them have held. Like this one has held since day one. It's gotten a little brown, but I mean, hello, it's been like 4 months, right? But either way, I know my focusing is being really dumb. But we're gonna move to the one in my bedroom, which is in normal environment, okay? But this one is obviously unhappy. He's so unhappy. He definitely didn't like how I acclimated him. I'm terrible. All right, let's go to my room. All right, we're on my bedroom floor. These guys live on my shelf in my bedroom. I'm gonna tip this guy up. Not the best lighting, but and we're backlit because of my window behind there, but that's okay. And we have Legos everywhere. So, and my press-ons, yay Taz. Okay, so this is the other one. I'm gonna move my Florida Beauty this way. But let me see what the video camera is showing you. He's very sad, and I'm definitely struggling with him. He definitely didn't like my advice for acclimation. He's super, super bad. Look at that. He's just so unhappy. He's very unhappy, and I'm very sorry that he's doing so poorly. If it'll focus. It's never going to focus for me ever, is it? Let's turn this off. That literally made it worse, Taz. Yeah, look at that leaf. Look at this leaf. Very unhappy, isn't he? We have a few blemishes because, well, it's a variegated plant that goes along. This is the newest leaf. Gosh, he's so unhappy. Sure, we have blemishes, but you have to understand this one's out of my cabinet. So he's also acclimating, he's adjusting, he's trying to figure out what's going on. We do, in this one, have some corms. Look at that. Isn't he cute? Everything's good. He's not wobbly. He's very unhappy, very unstable. He's not very content. Look how dry he is, too. So happy. Look at that. Taz, you should do better. You should not give advice out. That's poorly. Again, this is all sarcasm, my friends, okay? They're obviously doing fantastic. So I just really dislike when people go on to other people's channels and say something so blameworthy, if you will, that's just so incorrect or so false. Same thing. And it just sets a seed in other people's minds to make them feel like, oh, maybe this person is correct. Maybe this person is doing it wrong. You know, maybe this isn't how we should be doing it. And that's not fair for us or any other channel that deals with negative interaction, negative, you know, anything. It's so poorly. I hate it. I hate it so much, and my plants are doing great. It's backlit, but my plants are so happy that I dislike that. I dislike those comments. Look at my Christmas gift from my friend. It's so cute. It's from Black Clover. I love it. My son built that. Isn't that cute? Look, he's so cute. Look at him. Look at him. And that's my daughter. She's she scares me a lot sometimes. She's unhinged, I swear. There's something else. Even the little humans. Whew. Females. There's something. All right, we're back in my plant room. There was the other comment that was made was on my Anthurium, that they're very unhappy, they're not thriving. So I just wanted to show you a couple while I was just in here. I did just come from my room where we were looking at my son's thing. So don't worry, we're still here on the same conversation, but this guy's tucked in here quite well. I don't know if I want to take him out, but he is dry on the top. But here, let's see if we can see roots. This one I just replanted. Look at those roots. So he's growing roots. I just put him out of moss because I was lazy and it took forever. That one you can't see because it's in a tall planter, but a lot of them are crawling out of their pots. They can't be contained. I'm really lazy to take it out, but you can see it there. The root is like crawling out of the pot. Let me just move this guy and show you. Oh, you have corms too. Good job. I dropped overhaul onto this beautiful baby. So, oops. But here we have a new leaf coming up. Isn't he beautiful? Beautiful. And the roots are just they're a little bit unhinged in here. Yeah, he's poorly. He doesn't like me at all. He's not thriving. No, he's not thriving. So bad. Look at that. Ugh, he's dying. He's dying. It's so sad. I'm so sorry. I know I'm so obnoxious. You guys are probably rolling your eyes saying I'm the worst today. I am. I'm on something today. I'm really in a mood today. I tell you. In a mood today, you guys. I feel like winter just creates an unhinged Taz. But let me put this down for a second. So I want to show you this guy. This guy just pushed out. This is my Pappy, King of Spades. Let me open this so you can see it. So this is the newest leaf. It's still hardening some and changing its color from the emergent color to the nice green that it's going to get. It's a massive leaf, so it's kind of folded weird. But let's look at the roots. I haven't checked in a while. Ooh, he's also doing poorly, as you can see. Definitely. Let me put him. I'm so scared I clipped the roots. I'm so close to the mic. I'm sorry. I'm trying to talk softly. Taz, talk softly, really? But look how poorly he's doing, you guys. No, I acclimate them so incorrectly. I really do. Isn't that terrible of me? I'm just so horrible. Look at that. So as you can see, and if you've watched the Anthuriums coming in, the video of them coming into my home, you can see the difference between now and then. They're definitely doing fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Of course, some look worse than others because they are acclimating. Like this one is the shipping roots or shipping leaves. So, and this one's just a more sensitive variety of Anthurium to acclimation and to shipping and all of that and understanding my care. You know, they have to adjust. But he's happy because look, he's throwing out a leaf. We will focus on it there. So he's throwing out a leaf. Let me open him up, see if I can get it open. And we can peek at these roots. I don't like trying. This is a lechuza planter, and I hate that they don't. Any planter doesn't make it easy to like get these in and out. But here you can see he's unhappy. I know they're all unhappy. I'm terrible. I am terrible. But he's super, super sad and definitely needs better care. Don't mind the bottom of this. I mean, if anybody's isn't clean, good for you. Tell me your ways, because I am so lazy about maintaining the tops of these. They just get so dirty. So we looked at this one. Did we look at this one? I think we just talked about this one with a new leaf. Yeah, we did look at this. This is a Vixana hybrid. I don't know if you can, let me make sure we're not. Look at that. So as you can see, all of these imports that came in, they are absolutely fine, absolutely healthy. There's literally nothing wrong with any of them except some cosmetic damage, which, hello, it traveled from Indonesia. You know, if it didn't have cosmetic damage, I would be concerned. You know, that's just part of shipping. But to tell me that I'm giving out poor advice in that my Anthurium are going to die and not root, well, it's just silly. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. They do look really poorly, don't they? Those roots look so unhealthy. They're so unhealthy. Silly. Silly, isn't it? Look at that. Ugh. You're doing so great, my little love. This is a dark phoenix. I will say, the phoenix genetics is very strong. And when I say strong, they not in look, but they seem to do very well with hardiness. They are pretty durable. They root very quickly. I mean, you can see this guy's very happy. And these are in a darker environment, friends. They're not in a highlight. So my light is all the way up here. It's quite a distance down to here. And unless you're literally touching the light, it's not considered highlight. This is like basically shaded. In my opinion, this would be a shaded environment. Oh, I got hiccups. But I absolutely adore my Anthurium. I'm supposed to sell these, and I just can't. I can't. And a lot of my Anthurium, when I sell them on Etsy, they look poorly because they're the ones that I have decided to sell due to acclimation, due to finally getting them in order. Some, if you saw, traveled and got lost for a week. So, you know, some had to recover. This one had to recover. So he doesn't look as good, but he's still happy. Let's see if there's roots. I mean, look, he's still happy. He just hasn't grown a new leaf for me yet, but his roots are great. So it's definitely not about my acclimation skills that factor into these plants and the way they look. It is just because of the variables that were thrown out to this plant upon arrival, right? And of course, I could do better. I do let these guys dry out quite a bit, and that's all me. So a lot of them will have spots, and that's just my care because I have a lot, and I'm so ADHD that I just get really overwhelmed. And then I forget, and I struggle to keep on top of it, but I try to keep things written down and like follow it, and I'm doing so much better, but it is difficult for me. So a lot of that cosmetic is because of just my personality. But look at this guy. He's so cute. This one is a red spider with a Fort Sherman. I love the red spider. And you can kind of see it here. It's hard to tell because it looks yellow in the lighting. But it's like dog. It's dark and elongated. Let me see if it will focus. I'm sorry if it's a really shaky video. I'm also sorry that it's such a negative kind of vibed video. You know, I'm fed up with it. I really am. I'm fed up with just people being so nasty to each other. You know, I don't get a lot of nasty comments, so I am grateful for that. I get, people are genuinely very kind on my channel. And I see it a lot in other people's channels where people are just so nasty and for no reason. I don't really understand it, and it makes me sad for them because I would be so sad and it would hurt my feelings so much that I like subconsciously I feel like I am trying to relate to those people and feel what they're feeling maybe, and that would just feel so horrible. This is a Dressleri, by the way. This is the one that's for sale. Well, only on my Instagram. I'm too scared to ship it yet. But if you're interested, it fell through. Person didn't want to do it in winter. So he's available. But this is the one that, if you watched my Anthurium video a while ago, that I like forgot to water and he completely drooped down. And then like, this is the new leaf. He's so hard. Sorry. But no, his leaf is really hard. It gives me queen vibes. And, what's my, oh, I'm blanking. Not Magnificum. Maybe it is. Wait, Magnificum. I think it is Magnificum, the one I'm thinking of as well. Yeah, I think so. But it's got that like really hard leathery leaf and I like it. Oh, here's a great example of my care being wishy-washy. You can see these red veins. It kind of looks like red spider, but it's not. It's Pappy and RVDP, which is red vein dark phoenix. It's a mouthful. But look at those red veins. This is my personal one, so I'm not too upset that I'm uncaring for it yet. I'll do better. I just need to do the minimum, bare minimum for now until I'm feeling better and more into it. The ones I really put all my focus to are the ones that are for sale, the ones that have sold that I'm holding because of weather, stuff like that. And then all mine just kind of get the last energy that's like left over. And that's okay. And then also my very rare babies get a lot of my energy, daily energy, because I can't not care for them. They will die. Because look at this. Like, how could you not care for it? That's beautiful, right? This is my purple elbow regal shield from my mom. And I'm so grateful for it. And then you guys saw me for Christmas unbox this. I've kind of got a bit of water damage on it, which is okay. Again, we're trying. This is the newest leaf. Try and get it to focus for you guys for a while here. Look at that new leaf. So pink. I'm shaky. Sorry. I am just really, I haven't eaten yet, so I'm really shaky. But I also need to make sure now that I'm not killing these roots because it's got some edema. So what I might do is pour out this water, even though the roots look great. Everywhere they look great. But he's throwing me signs that he is getting too much. So I'm going to just put my water in this guy that I need to put water in. Hopefully it doesn't go all over my floor. So I need to give him more, even more than that. But I'm going to take his water out, set an alarm, and then later this afternoon, I'm going to put some more water in the bottom just to make sure he doesn't dry out because it's a very windy environment in here and he can dry out pretty quickly in here. My Chanterie eye is also struggling to figure out the cabinet change, and he's growing a new leaf, but he also, I have to keep removing water and putting it back, removing water and putting it back. And his roots look okay, but it just stresses me out because I don't know where the fine line is. And yes, we all struggle with plants just like everybody else. But this one is really throwing me. His root looks okay. I keep putting the camera in the wrong spot. But not as good as I would like, you know? But the new leaf coming up, I keep forgetting to, I'm looking at it, but not showing you. His new leaf is coming up okay. I'm just doing a poor job at figuring this one out. And that's okay. Like, we're not going to always get all the plants. I'm going to try my best not to kill it because it's an expensive plant that my mom gave me. And it stresses me out that I would have to tell her that it's not doing okay. But I might just have to move because look, they're all getting edema in this cabinet. They weren't in my other cabinet. So I might just move these. Let's do that. I might swap things around and move these babies back into this cabinet. So that they can get more airflow and they can get monitored a little more closely for my liking. And then maybe they won't get so drenched because I think this cabinet gets a bit too humid. And when it's too humid, like I've said, it can really saturate the veins in those roots, and that's going to lead to that edema. And I really don't want these to be suffering, you know? So I'm just going to take the ones that are showing signs and just give them an environmental change and just see if that makes a difference. So, because we don't want these to die on us, right? So we've removed the water. This video became a learning moment for all of us. So we're going to remove the water. Let's put it back in this one because I don't want to put dirty water in anything else. And I'm going to set an alarm to remind myself that I need to check on these guys later. But winter is a fine balance and you've got to do this. You know, you got to look at your plants and say, okay, we have edema. We're overwatering it. Let's remove the water. Let's let it dry out a little bit. Check on them later and go from there. And that's okay. You know, you're going to have plants that are going to tank. You're going to have plants that aren't going to do well. And like I said, that's okay. We're all learning together. I'm going to move this one here. I've struggled with this one as well. He just drinks so freaking fast and then gets so angry when I give it water that it's baffling. But you can see, look, I'm not perfect. Everything is struggling. Well, not everything, but you can see it. Look, there's just... I'm telling you, your health and your mental state makes a huge difference on how you care for your plants. It really does. It just makes such a difference in the way your plants look and feel. It's so important to be feeling good, doing well, getting that social interaction. I know this tangent video, but I feel like it's important sometimes to make such an out of the field video that just is confusing, but also maybe can resonate with some people as to what I mean or how I'm feeling, you know, and maybe just touch someone the right way in a non-creepy, non-creepy way. But like, we're not always doing great, and our plants show that. Our plants definitely show that. Definitely. So if your plants aren't doing well and you just can't seem to figure it out, look at yourself maybe. See if maybe you're feeling okay. Maybe you're not. Maybe that's the reason. But I'm going to put these guys were doing way better up here. I moved them because that cabinet was so pretty now. But if they're doing good in a spot, why move them? Why move them, you know? I'm going to move this so this gets a lot of the air. I'll let it get a dry spell. Like I have said, though, if you let these plants dry out, their nitrogen cycle stops. It halts, which you don't necessarily want to do. But sometimes when you're struggling to keep your plant alive, letting it get almost completely dry is what you need to do. And there's that fine line between too much, too far, and just the right amount. So why is this pot is filled with water. That's what my thing with lechuza. So it's full of water, but these ropes are not wicking it through here because this was really dry. So there's so much water in here still. I'm gonna pour some out. I don't like that. I also want to let me get fresh water. I'm sorry, my plant. Give me a second. Side quest. I'm also going to put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, if you can hear me, because I accidentally top watered. Not that I shouldn't have, but I top watered when the basin was full. Even though it was dry, we saw it was dry, but that still always bothers me or makes me anxious because I don't want my plants to ever be overwatered or receive too much water. So I'm going to slide him right back in here. My plants are all together. They love each other. I do need to fill some of these basins. They are very dry. Look at my elbow regal. I thought it reverted, but he threw me some color today. And this is one I definitely slacked on care until my mom came yesterday and I was like, Mom, it's reverted. And then I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, no, it hasn't. Look, there's color. So I'm hoping the next leaf is prettier because it makes me so sad. But yeah, this video was so freaking random, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a little bit entertaining maybe, or I think I threw out some education out there, mostly just me being angry. Me being cranky. I know. Cranky Taz? What? Never. She's never cranky. But, yeah, sometimes we can be cranky. I'm cranky all of the time. And that's okay. Look at that. This one I purchased for myself through a Facebook contact. I actually have his, you know what? I'll put his Instagram on here. I absolutely adore him. He's so sweet. He sells really cute hybrids. Really rare ones. I actually need to go back. I promised him I'd come back and I forgot. But look at that. It's stunning. It really struggled getting used to my care, my fertilization. And I was testing a lot of fertilizing products on my personal ones just to kind of figure it out for you guys. So some of mine are just looking kind of stressed. But that's okay. Like this. This one was a shipping one. I think it had pests wherever it was. It's growing like 3 new leaves. So once these leaves come up and it looks good, I'm going to sell it. This is a Pappy crossed with a Forgetii. Queen, my queen. I ripped the bottom. I did that, yep. Old me. Queens are very thirsty, friends. They're very thirsty. I watered this. Hey, yucky donkey. I water this probably daily. This one has sold. The person that I sold it to has been waiting for this plant for literally a month now because of the cold weather. I'm so scared to ship it, but because of that, it's getting some cosmetic damage because I'm overwhelmed. So I keep my customers very updated. So every week I send pictures and I say, this is what your plant's looking like. This is a spot that it's got. The roots look good. Here's the roots. You know, I keep them in the loop because it's important for them to see that the plant they've paid money for is still doing okay, even when it's not in their care, because it's still their plant until, you know, it dies. And then I refund it or something like that because it's in my care, right? That's if a plant dies in my care, that's even though my policies are what they are, that is not the customer's fault. That is my fault. That is something that happened in my home. So that is something I will be accountable for or hold myself accountable to or for. You know what I mean? But other than that, they're doing good. I need summer to come around so I feel better, so my mind feels better. I need to get these plants out of my home so I have space, so I don't feel overwhelmed. There's just a lot of things I need to do to help myself, and it's just taking forever. But I'm so grateful that my customers are so patient because it is my heart. You should see, I had to go to the doctor yesterday because I'm like, my heart it's pounding. And they're like, oh, yeah, you have POTS for sure. You need to stop being so stressed. So I have to go on this like heart monitor thing, which I'm not doing because it's like $200 just to wear a heart monitor for 2 days. No. Are you crazy? Not happening. So I'm not doing that. I probably should, but it's okay. Just lower the stress. We'll all be okay. But no, like the shipping is stressing me out so much because I hate holding people's plants because I'm so scared I kill them. And then I'm so scared I get yelled at because people are scary. People are very scary. This is a very emotional video. But look at my favorite plant. It's a pappy cross with a red spider. It's finally throwing me its first leaf, and it has another point here. I know there's a point there, but that's just the backup point. This is a whole other point. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with that. But yeah, I'm sorry this video is so emotional, you guys. I'm not usually like that. And if my mom watches this, she'll probably make fun of me or laugh at me or say, Taz, that is too much. You shouldn't have posted that. But you know what? I don't know. I see a lot of you struggling like me. And I think us sharing and don't quit it. He's drinking the yucky water. I feel like sometimes hearing somebody else, I guess, in the same space that you are, the same headspace, the same planty stresses, the same planty death that's going on. I feel like it's uplifting to a point to see that it's a shared experience. Excuse me. Can you guys stop drinking this bloody water? God dang it. So yeah, I will probably not post it, but I really should because I feel like it's so healthy to see other people being real instead of just always being fake. I like to be real. I'm giving my love some water. Yeah. So a good tip. A lot of my viewers use pond like I do. What I am noticing, friends, is the top layer. My mom, I think, started to do this as well. The top layer gets very dry. So I will go around and I will give the top layer of pretty much all my plants that are in pond with my squirt bottle. I will spray it like a couple seconds over the top of all of them to rehydrate, to give them just a little more water on that first top layer because there are roots right below here. So this dries out about an inch and you want to be careful that you're not letting that area dry out too much. Your roots will dry out, they will get damaged, and that could affect the actual structure of the bottom part of your plant. So I will just go around and I will squirt the top, give them a little extra oxygen, or not oxygen, a little bit of water, and just kind of give them a jump, a little bit of energy to those the top leaves. I'm all over the place. I need to go and eat. But yeah, I just wanted to show you kind of just the plants that are thriving, struggling. There's a lot of them that I need to go through, sell, separate, and I haven't had the chance. Look at this grass. I found him at the beginning of winter, and I was like, you know what? Let's just see what happens with that. And he's a friend now. They're friends. They cohabitate. So my video died, so I went and got another battery for my outro here, for my goodbyes. I wanted to show you though quickly, even though everyone's seen this one probably a million times. Sorry for the focus. But look at that. I want to focus, but I have one hand. So let me shove it in there. Hang on. Let me. God, I hate this camera sometimes. Let me zoom in. And then let me try it now. Look at that. Oh, I need to repot it. It's so bad. But he's doing terrible. He's so unhappy. He's so unhappy. Taz, you suck. You quite literally suck at plants. Look how big this is. I'm such a horrible plant person. What can I say? Look at this. I did dry this out so much that it drooped so hard, but now he bounced back up because dragon scales love me somehow. But yeah, he was so unhappy. Whoopsie. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know this was a lot, and especially I probably will post this one right away as my comeback video for, you know, taking my little winter break. Sorry, dropping this. But I wanted to address those because that was bothering me so much that it was all I was thinking about, which is so silly and so stupid. But it was something that I was genuinely super concerned about, making sure you guys know or see, in case it planted some seed of doubt in anybody's minds. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and do a quick video. It wasn't really that quick. It actually ended up being quite long, but to address that and to share and to show that my plants are doing fine. Thank you very much. So for every negative Nancy out there, just calm down, okay? Take a breath. Be nicer. We don't have to be that way. Let's just be kind to everybody. And even though it rarely happens to me, I'm very thankful for that it rarely happens to me, but I see it on so many other people's channels, and I just don't understand it. And I just think it needs to stop. I think y'all need to calm down. The baddies, not the good ones. You guys are all awesome, so, you know, it doesn't apply to you. Of course. Don't be silly. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one.